guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Glenda Chavez and I am standing in the soon-to-be DIY kitchen island. Now, I wanted to build a kitchen island that was both functional and cost-effective to the space. This is actually video one of a two-part video series where I'm going to be making over this kitchen. So if you want to learn how to add a kitchen island to your space on a budget, let's go ahead and get started.
I started by removing this hutch out of the way to try and get a better visual of the space. I'm not keeping this cabinet, but it just hasn't sold. If you missed that furniture makeover, I'll have it linked for you down in the description, but let me know if I should try to redo it once more to see if it sells. Once the space was cleared, I moved on to measuring and taping off what I believe to be a good size island for my kitchen. Now there are so many options when it comes to prefabricated unfinished cabinets, so you could customize this to fit your kitchen and needs. You can also use wall cabinets, not just base cabinets as well. I will actually be using wall cabinets for a built-in entertainment center I have planned for the upcoming new year, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I chose to go with a basic base cabinet that came with 4 doors and 2 drawers. I measured and cut 1x4 primed pine boards for the bottom baseboards and secured them to the cabinet with some brad nails. I used 1x3 1/4-inch poplar boards to trim the rest of the cabinet out and attach them with liquid nails before securing them with brad nails. I then measured and ripped down some beadboard paneling to go right in the center of each side. Now you can have this pre-cut at your local hardware stores. Some places will usually do it for you if you come with your measurements and let them know what size you need. To make sure that the paint finish would be as flawless as possible, I went in and caulked all of the seams. For the nail holes, I used DAB Premium Wood Filler. I removed the doors and drawer fronts to prepare for the painting process. I first primed with Kills 2 formula with a foam roller on all of the raw wood, including the beadboard paneling. I wanted to make sure that the doors had as smooth of a finish as possible, so I set them all outside and sprayed them instead of using a foam roller. If you don't have a sprayer, using a foam roller in combination with a good synthetic brush should be good enough, but the finish won't be as smooth as compared to being sprayed. If I was doing a lighter color, I would have definitely added 2 coats, but because I am using a black color for this island, I felt 1 coat of primer was good enough. The color and paint I am using is Limousine Leather by Behr in their cabinet and trim collection. It is a water-based enamel that acts as an oil-based paint. I ended up having to do 3 coats on the base cabinet and 2 coats on the doors. It was time to tackle the butcher block countertop. After placing it on the cabinets, I couldn't decide on whether to cut back some of the overhang or not. I asked you guys over on Instagram and 86% of y'all said for me to cut it back. However, there was a couple of y'all who suggested I leave it as is to not regret it later on, and if down the line I still didn't love it, then I should go ahead and cut it back then. So I decided to leave the butcher block as is for now. After my manager helped me clean up, we wood filled a small imperfection on the countertop. As we waited on that to dry, I went ahead and drilled my hardware hose and installed the new hardware. For a nice contrast, I went with gold. As you can see, I tested several stains outside on the underside before bringing the countertop inside. I asked you guys to help me decide on which one looked best, as I was torn between 2 colors. In the end, your votes came in super close, but 52% of y'all voted for the natural color, so that's what I went with. I sealed the countertop with Verithin oil-based polyurethane in a satin finish. There are several options for finishing and sealing butcher block countertops, including food-safe options. I decided on the oil-based poly for the best durability. After applying 2 coats and sanding in between, I was done. Let's remember what we started with and what we created. Don't forget to stay tuned as I tackle the rest of this kitchen makeover. Get subscribed so you don't miss out and turn on your post notification bell. I hope you found this video helpful and realized that if I can create something beautiful from something ordinary, then you can too. I love y'all, be kind, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.